Ringing up Christopher
Thank
Browell.
you for calling Bradford District Care NHS Foundation Trust. Your call is important to us and will be answered by our next available administrator. Please note that your call may be recorded for monitoring and training purposes. All of our administrators are busy at the moment. Please hold the line and we will answer your call as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we are still busy. Please continue to hold. Unfortunately, we are still busy. Please continue to hold. Thank you for calling the Bradford District Care NHS Foundation Trust First Response Service. Your call is important to us and will be answered by our next available handler. Calls may be recorded for training and monitoring purposes. If your call is an emergency, you need to call. Good afternoon, we're not back.
Yes, good afternoon, Sarah. My name is Mr. Hussain. I'm the brother of Mr. Talib Hussain, date of birth 15/9/1960, and I would like you to put me through to Mr. Christopher Browell.
Sorry, just cough at the beginning there. Please may I take your brother's date of birth again?
15/9/1960.
Thank you. And Mr. Christopher Browell. I'll
Yep.
just bring up the numbers. Just bear with me and I'll try the line.
Okay.
Hi, Shazad.
Oh, hi, Mr. Browell. How are you?
I'm okay. You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. The reason I'm contacting today, I just wanted to update you on certain things since we last spoke. So we last spoke on Friday, and obviously, as you can tell,
Yeah. Can I just say, I've got about 20 minutes maximum. So, 20 minutes, I will need to end the call, Shazad.
Oh, okay, all right. When will you have more availability?
Tomorrow, sometime tomorrow.
Okay, well that's fine. If we need more time, I can call back tomorrow. Maybe 20 minutes is going to be enough. So thanks for letting me know that. I really should have asked you first, yeah, how much if you have availability, because obviously it's an unscheduled call. So yeah, 20 minutes is fine. Let me just see what time it is now. Yeah, I'll look to end the call. I'll just go through the quick points. Can I just say that since we last spoke, is there any further development?
No, none at all.
Oh, okay, all right. Because obviously, I spoke to you last, explaining to you how I was kind of distressed at being threatened, and so obviously we were discussing how Adalat could meet my brother, and so my intentions were, I don't know if you know this, but on Sunday it was my mum's annual wake. So she died on the 22nd of January 2022, and obviously it was the 22nd of January over the weekend, and I basically was trying to like accommodate everybody's requests. So I had contacted Adalat several times with the intention of saying that, look, oh, we can meet up on the weekend potentially, because obviously it's my mother's wake and you can come to the wake, and so that was my intention, because obviously you were advising me that obviously can it be facilitated that you can see Talib, and so if you remember, I had said that, well, I'm still in two minds about it, because obviously I'm just slightly questioning his motives and intentions. So I thought there was an opportunity for him to come and see Talib, or for him to see Talib, because obviously if he's made a request to see Talib and he's making allegations that are like obviously like threatening me and stuff, it's unnecessary. So I had attempted to contact him, and several times I contacted him, and then on Sunday I managed to get through to him, and he was being very rude and abusive to me, and basically told me to go fuck off. All right. So can you understand that that's a, like, on the one hand he's saying one thing, and then he's making it absolutely impossible. He said, actually, why don't you go fuck yourself? All right. So obviously he's looking to end the relationship, and considering that I had only like gone to see him because he had received some letters from the court, my mum's solicitors, and he was making inquiries about them. So it's a very difficult situation, because on the one hand, he's acting very irrationally. I've not been abusive to him and stuff, and he's been very abusive to me on the telephone. So I just wanted to update you up on this, and I just wanted to say, have you had any contact with him or my niece Shagufta or anybody?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
Has that have my concerns been escalated since we last spoke?
No, nothing. No, there's nothing been escalated. Shazad, no.
Okay, well, this is kind of concerning because obviously I'm telling you, I feel threatened. This person's gonna make some allegations against me and get the police upon me, and you're saying that there's nothing that needs to be escalated or nothing needs to be.
As I said before, Talib is. I'm care coordinator for Talib. You won't let. Okay, you say Talib doesn't want to speak to me. You say you don't want me to speak to Talib, or I'm not your care coordinator. I can note down your concerns and things like that, but it doesn't mean that I have to kind of follow up everything you say.
Okay. Because the thing is, as you can appreciate, yes, you're saying that I'm telling you that Talib doesn't want to see you. I have concerns, and my concerns are, you're putting it upon me, but you're equally not recognizing my brother's mental capacity. You're not willing to recognize the independent mental capacity assessment report that's been carried out. So that is, upon yourselves that it's not in your interest to recognize that my brother has mental capacity. On the one hand, secondly, it's also an agreed fact which you're not going to dispute, that you've taken all his money, all right, and also what you may or may not know, in the background the council are looking to take his house. So, and it's also agreed fact that you're not going to deny that he's got no access to any kind of support services other than myself. He's got no access to his own personal social security money. He's got no access, like he could get a mobility vehicle or a disabled badge that would assist him. So on the one hand, I'm now having to take care of him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it is Talib. It doesn't. I'm not talking about concerns that are affecting me. Obviously, Adala is attempting to do something because I'm his carer. That he's attempting to cause harm and clear harm and endangerment to Talib's life by targeting me. All right, so that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not saying that you should look to act in my best interest. All right, I'm saying that I am acting in Talib's best interest, and the fact that there's somebody who's basically acting with malice and with malicious intent that's going to effectively endanger Talib's life as well. So that's the reason I've made it to yourself. It's look, Mr. Browell. Obviously, I'm recording everything down. All right, and my job is simply to escalate these matters to yourself. If you don't see it necessary as a representative of Bradford Council and care coordinator that you say for my brother, that it's important to escalate, that's fair enough. I'm not, like I said, I'm never going to force you to do anything, but obviously there will be repercussions to that. Now, one of the reasons I've contacted yourself today is obviously to get an update of what's happened, all right, because obviously there is a potentiality that Adalet's going to make false allegations. He's already made false allegations in the past, but moving on from this, because obviously we're restricted in time, that previously in 2018 I've put in a safeguarding alert, and I've put a safeguarding alert that Adalet has stolen Talib's bank card and is stealing his money, alright. So that safeguarding alert, and obviously at the time in 2018 he was out in the community under my care. The local authority had got involved and taken him into Linfield Mount in August. But then, obviously, when I said, look, all right, raise a safeguarding alert, what's happened about this? And the response I got from Vicina Brown at the time was that we are putting the safeguarding on hold because there are court protection proceedings going on. All right? So now what you're claiming is that there's court protection proceedings are finished. So what exactly have you done regarding the safeguarding alert? That's the second question that obviously I wanted to bring to your attention, which I would like you to obviously look into and get back to me on, is that, on the one hand, you, the local authority, have put me into prison saying that I'm financially abusing my brother when I was living with him and caring for him and continue to live with him and care for him, all right, and support him financially. And yet there's another brother, Adalet, whom the local authority, clearly has the power to look into that. He's been financially abusing my brother. So that's your client, or the person that you're care coordinator for. He's been financially abusing him, financially abusing me, number one. And number two is that to your predecessors, Fungi and Baljet Nota, I had made his care coordinators aware that Talib has informed me that in my absence, while I was being incarcerated, Adalet was physically abusing him. All right. He told me at one time he was like getting these giving him smoke treatments, all right, because he couldn't stop talking, and also at one time he told him open his mouth and spat in his mouth and was being aggressive towards him during that time period when I was not around. So obviously he's been physically abusive. My brother Adal has been physically abusive to Talib. All right, and Talib's relayed that to me. You can say there's no evidence of that, but quite clearly there is substantial evidence regarding financial abuse. So effectively, when there was no problem, all right, you had the local authority had an issue with me because I was looking to whistleblow on its systemic failures in adult social care. You targeted me, you put me into prison, and took all the money, and then gave it to Adalat. And then Adalat's been doing all these abusive things, and I've raised a safeguarding alert regarding this matter. And what you're going to tell me is that I just want to know if you're going to do anything against Adalat.
So I can look back about this safeguarding alert in 2018, but I would have thought that now that Talib's in your care, and it has been for some time, that it wouldn't really be possible to. I can let you know what the outcome of that was, but I don't think he's not seeing Adalat, so he's not at risk currently. So I don't think that's something that could be kind of reopened as such.
Oh well, I mean, with respect, Mr. Browell, okay, I think that's a very dismissive argument. It's not physical abuse, okay. Obviously, he's not in Talib's care right now, but the bottom line is it's financial abuse, all right. So the financial abuse arises is that look, you the local authority have taken actions against me and then put Adalat in charge, all right. And he's been financially not giving the money to Talib. So now that you're fully in charge of Talib's finances, all right. But since 2016, like since you put me away, Talib's not had unfettered access to his own money. Talib was like Adalat had given Talib a card, all right, which was just a pretext, like a bank card. All right, and then soon as he became appointee in September 2018, he stole the bank card. In 2017. So I
think there's ongoing communication, isn't there, about that? I think appointeeships and Adalat are in communication about that, about Adalat paying some money back. I don't know a lot about it, but I think they're already aware of that situation, aren't they?
No, you don't understand. That was the money that, like, there's several issues in there. First of all, what's happened is that in September 2017, when Adalat got made appointee, he stole Talib's bank card, all right, from his bedroom, and that's where issues flared up. Yeah, that's why he absconded from the property, because obviously in July 2017, I returned to the property. In September 2017, Adalat had unilaterally managed to become got some sort of deputyship role. Okay, I'll put deputyship role, yes. And then soon as he got a court order, he stole Talib's bank card. All right. And wouldn't give him his money or anything like this, and then he absconded from the premises, all right. And then obviously we raised this as an issue with at the time that look, he's stolen Talib's bank card, and he didn't give Talib his bank card. Then what happened is that obviously sometime later, when Talib ended up the following year in hospital in 2018, in August 2018, and then in 2019, he's come back into the community, into my care. And then in February, me and Talib have gone over to see Adalat, and then Adalat's handed him a bank card, all right? So I've assisted Talib to take the money out, and then he's reported that to yourselves, all right, that Shazad's taken out all the money, and that's when Nadia Khan was trying to frame me for basically stealing the money and stuff, and where Nadia Khan in that email that I've sent you, clearly in a multidisciplinary meeting, is asking the question that can we get somebody to agree that Talib lacks mental capacity so we can act upon this. So that's to do with the card and the money that he had given Talib. And then obviously there was no money subsequently, but there was a card stolen from Talib in September 2017. That's what I'm trying to say. And the bottom line is that, look, whether Adalat's keeping the money or whether you, the council, are keeping the money, irrespective, Talib's not getting the money, is he? And it's Talib's money. All right. And so therefore, there is action required upon yourself. Is that while when I was in charge of Talib's money, I had his DWP appointee. I was looking after him and managing his finances properly. His Department of Work and Pension Finance. He was not going without, was he? I was living with the person. I was providing with food and support and utilizing that money effectively. subsequently you put Adalat in charge, and we don't know where the money's gone. So when I recently asked him, what I recently asked him is like, where is Talib's benefit money going? And he's been telling me that, oh, he's blaming Sanjeev Singh. He's saying, oh, the Indian guy, he's taken Talib's money. I give it, no, that doesn't make any sense. It's a bit like Adalat blaming you as his care coordinator of stealing Talib's benefit money. Now, as corrupt and crooked as I know many people are, it would be not incumbent upon yourself to like specially take Talib's money, and knowing the fact that I'm around, all right, looking to question everything, and also there's court proceedings and stuff. So you wouldn't do that. So quite clearly, when I've asked him about certain key questions, like not the money that you've received from the police or from the poker, all right, which was in excess of like £80,000. What about his benefit money that you've been receiving as his appointee? All right, where's that gone? And he's just saying, oh no, the Indian guy took it, and not giving me any information. So, can you understand that I'm making the allegation that he's all the money that Adalat's had, in addition to the £30,000 that he's taken from the property, right? That's all he needs to be investigated now. Because you were quite eager to investigate me and put me into prison when effectively I was not doing anything. And yeah, here's an individual that here's a vulnerable person, Talib. I'm here, his carer, and looking after him for several years. I'm explaining to you that this person's stealing our money, and you're saying we don't feel that we need to do anything. Please help me understand.
I'm not saying that though. What I've said is that I think that the appointee should, so financial protection team, are looking to reclaim that money on Talib's behalf. I believe that's my understanding.
Okay, and have you reclaimed it because Adalat's telling me they've taken it? All right. So
If they haven't made me aware.
Okay.
I don't know. I could try and find out.
If you can find out for us, because obviously, like he's my brother. I've known him all my life. You people don't know him. All right. The guy's a villainous criminal person. All right, who's abusing people, and you're siding with him. And all I can do is, like, in my circumstances, nobody raised a safeguarding alert regarding I was abusing Talib. Talib never made a statement, or neither did my mum make a statement that he's taking it, he's abusing us and stuff. Here I am making a statement that Adalat's is abusing us. All right, financially abusing us, and the financial abuse you can easily look into. Like, where's all this money gone? All right, because obviously he was in charge of this money, and like nobody wants to like take any action against him. And like not only that, I mean, like he's making the allegations that I've like been abusive, and we had the conversation last time. No independent evidence exists that I've ever physically assaulted anybody. All right. However, the converse is not true regarding Adalat. I explained to you last time, in December 2014, Adalat came to our house and he attacked me. And that's on police record, because I called the police upon him, alright, and then later on he was released and he was laughing about it, saying, oh, they didn't know who I was. If they knew who I was, they wouldn't have even taken me to the cells and stuff, and they let me go, and this, that, the other. He physically attacked me, alright, so, there's a history there of him, like, physically abusing people. He's physically abused me in the past, alright. That's not something I'm making up. That's on police record. The police were involved. They came and arrested him and took him for questioning, and then they released him. And then later on, when I've come back out of prison, he's laughing at me, saying, "Oh, if they knew who I was, they wouldn't have even arrested me." Because obviously he's under the belief that he's untouchable because he's working with the council, and the council are abusing us, and so therefore that's how he feels, and that's why he's like enamored into doing the things that he's doing, because he feels that he's untouchable. Nobody's gonna, he can get away with anything, and hence why he's abusing us and everything like this, because he knows the council. Like look, it's quite clear, Mr. Browell, that I've got an issue with the council. All right, I've got an issue with the council, and that's very open. I'm open about that, because you, the local authority, have been failing in your duty of care to vulnerable people. You've been mismanaging public funds, and there's a social care crisis that I'm being affected by. So I have a legitimate grievance with the council. Adalat knows this, and he's siding with the council in order to further victimize me. So this is the only thing I need to make you aware of, is that look, at this moment in time, yes, Talib's in my care, and these issues, I'm trying to protect him, but I'm trying to safeguard his well-being, and I can only do that, and this is affecting his well-being, Talib's well-being, because if something happens to me, can you understand that that's what's being orchestrated, and Talib's going to be seriously affected by this, and he's already being affected by the fact that I'm getting stressed out about this. So this is where it's nothing to do with me personally. You're not looking to act in my interest, but this is all to do with Talib's money. all right, and now can you see that if he's Adalat's motive, you basically put the Adalat into a position of power and authority over us, all right, because I don't want anything to do with him. If I've explained to you that in December 2014, all right, he's physically attacked me in my own home and I've had to call the police upon him, why would I want to engage with him in any way? I don't want to engage with him. He's physically attacked me, all right.
So I can try and find an update regarding Adalat's the money, whether he's transferring it back to Talib's account. Other than that, we've been on the phone for 20 minutes.
Okay, well let's look to end the call and hopefully can we speak tomorrow?
If I've got time tomorrow, I probably won't have an answer for you by tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Well, let's leave it until next week then. Okay. We'll leave it till next week. Hopefully you get me an answer for next week. But just these are the things I want you to just look to find out. I want to know what's happened with the safeguarding alert that I raised in 2018 regarding Adalat stealing Talib's money. I was told by Vasina Brown that that's not going to be progressed because the matter's with the court of protection. Now the matter you're claiming is not in the court of protection. So I would like an update on that. And also I would like to know what's happening with Talib's. Just to explain what's happening with Talib's benefit money. All right. Because obviously you, the council, have taken over his benefit money since November 2019, all right? But from January 2016 until November 2019, when you had taken appointeeship for Talib, I want to know what's happened with that benefit money, all right? Because that's his disability living allowance and his, incapacity benefit money. So Adalat's been accumulating all this money, and he should be able to evidence where that money's gone. And you have the power to investigate that and prosecute, because that's what you prosecuted me for. Not one penny's coming to us, and if he's using that money himself,
Yeah, I'll
yeah. Okay, Mr. Browell, thank you.
I'll try and find out the issue. Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Browell. Goodbye.
All right, cheers.
Bye-bye.
See you now. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Okay. You guys are not willing to do anything now, right? We don't have the resources. What do you want? You need to do something.